Hi Flosstube, I'm Pam. Welcome to my channel, Stitching in the Land of Good Enough. Today is Friday, July 24th, maybe, don't quote me on that. I film on my phone, so I have no way to double check that right now. And this is Flosstube number, 9? I think this is Flosstube number 9. It could be 10, but I think it's 9. I don't say this often enough, so I want to thank everybody who has subscribed and who has liked my videos. If you are new here, welcome. If you have commented on my past videos, thank you so much. I love having a dialogue with people. It's why I'm doing Flosstube, so that my family doesn't have to hear me talk about cross stitch anymore. I can talk about it with you guys. So when you talk back, I really appreciate it. I am a little late with this video. I should have done this back on like Sunday or Monday. I didn't get a ton of stitching done this week. I mean, I did, but I feel like I didn't, so I kind of dragged it out. I kind of like dragged my feet. Maybe that's the phrase I'm looking for here. I dragged my feet in making my video. I felt like I didn't have a lot to talk about. So this should be a quick video. I don't have any haul. I have 3 whips to show you that I've been working on. It's been really hot and humid here in Rhode Island. I've been spending a ton of time out at the pool, which, you know, shortens my stitching time. I don't get a ton of stitching done at the pool. I do get some, but not a lot. Oh, and also, if you were wondering, my COVID-19 test came back negative. So yay! I'm feeling like 100% better and I don't have COVID. So that's a plus. Okay, so let's just jump right into stitching. I worked on 3 whips this week. Well, I guess technically has it been a week? It's been like a week and a half. I've worked on 3 whips. Well, technically I've worked on 4, but I've decided I'm only showing my daily temperature stitch along once a month. So you guys will not see that. What's today, the 24th, probably till my next video, but maybe even the one after that, depending on when I film. Okay, let's just talk about what I am gonna show you. So when I talked with you last, my plans for Jolly July had been to stitch 2 more. I do an ornament exchange with 3 of my sisters and my mom. I have 4 sisters, but one of my sisters lives with my mom and they don't need 2 ornaments from me. So anyway, I needed to have 2 more ornaments done. And when I talked with you last, I had finished an ornament and I was like, I just don't know that I want to start the next one. And I didn't for probably 5 days. And then I decided, you know what? I've got the bug again, so I will pick it up. The ornaments I am talking about are in the Ultimate Cross Stitch magazine from last Christmas season. It's volume 23, 2019. I am stitching these cute little winter scenes. They are called Winter Wonderland. They're so cute. And they're by Emma Congdon. And I am stitching them on 32 count light blue Lugana. I gotta unfold the fabric. Okay. So we've seen this one before. This is the one I finished before July. This is the one I finished as of the last video. And then I started the little snowman builders. So I got quite a bit done. I have a little bit more of like this light blue shadowing in the snow to do. And then I just have the white bits. Oh, I also have to finish this person over here. He needs a bottom, or she, I'm not sure. Some of them are easy to tell. I love these guys. Oh my gosh. These have been some of the cutest things I've ever stitched, but they're like, they're almost full coverage. So like the backs of, that's a back. they're like miniature full coverage, and there's a little bit of confetti going on in there. And so when I finish one, I'm not super eager to start the next. So, but I'm almost done with this one. The white snow won't take me very long at all. And then I have space. I probably could have fit like double the amount of these on this fabric, but I just wasn't sure. So this is the empty spot for the fourth one. So I'm moving along with those. I mean, I'm not going to talk about August plans yet, but I am thinking I'm going to, now that I've got these ornaments almost done, I'm thinking I should stitch ornaments for my 3 kids. So, I mean, as one kid is coming up into my kitchen right now and he can hear me talking about this. But anyway, so if I get the 4th ornament done in August and then September, I don't know, I might be able to squeeze it in if I do 1 ornament a month. And I start the finishing process now. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. I'm not gonna make any promises. Yeah. Okay, let's put that away. And then, so what I had been doing was I had been rotating out a whip every day. So I'd stitch on the ornament one day, I'd stitch on the next whip the next day, and then my 3rd whip, and then I was just rotating so that I wouldn't get bored. Because I was feeling like I needed to make a lot more progress on Night Walk Down if I was going to get this, because I decided to sell this. If you're super free to join in, even if you didn't start on the summer solstice, but I did a summer solstice start with Night Walk Down, and I'm using the hashtag Night Walk Down Solstice Sal. I'll have it linked, not linked, but I'll have the information in the description box below. Maybe not immediately, but definitely by the end of the day. So anyway, I worked on Night Walk Down by the Blue Flower. And I'm not sure exactly where I was when I showed it last. I think I had started the peacock. So the peacock is now done. She was, or I guess technically it's a he because he's got the fancy tail, was a beast. I didn't think he would be so tricky, but there's 3 colors in all of these little like circles in his tail. Oh my gosh. He actually was not super fun, but he looks fantastic. So I got him done, except for there's going to be some like straight stitches connecting his head to his like foofy feather crown. So I got that done, and then I started some of the vine on the other side of him, and I started some of the words up the top. I did want to talk about these a little bit. So this is stitched with Gentle Arts Cinders, which in the photo, what did I do with the photo? Looks all dark. Like it doesn't look like there's any variation. But the actual floss, or at least my floss, it's got a lot of red in there, like a lot of red. It's I mean, not very variegated, but it's a fair bit variegated. And I don't know, I wasn't expecting that. And I'm not a fussy cutter. I don't want to start playing around with my thread. So it means that there's some bits of red in there. And I mean, I guess when it's framed up and you're not like standing on top of it, you're not going to notice. Do I leave it? Do I pick it out? Do I pick a different floss? I don't know. Anybody else who's stitching this, I'd love to know if your cinders is, if you're actually using the called fors, if your cinders is the same. There is going to be some red flowers, and they're going to be this color. So I'm thinking that it'll all tie in. Maybe I need to wait for that to happen before I make a decision, because I am not really, again, I stitch in the land of good enough, and is this good enough? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm stitching this on 32 count vintage tarnished silver. I should look. Vintage tarnished silver by Lakeside Linens, which I think might be, I'm in love with this fabric. This might be my new favorite fabric. It's the perfect sort of neutral purpley lavender, grayish lavender color. I'm not good at color description. So that's where I am with that. And then the third thing, I thought I heard a fire engine. The third thing I've been working on is the berry bowl sampler. I'm doing this with my mom. We're each doing a half. We're gonna sew it together and then it will hang in my mom's house. And then eventually, hopefully not too soon, it will hang in my house. I am doing, what side am I doing? I'm doing the Scarlet House side and my mom is doing the Heartstring Samplery side. But I'm doing, she wanted to stitch on Wren, but she wanted to do this side. So she's doing this side on Wren and I'm doing this side on Heartland. So it'll be swapped. We're doing it on 14 count Aida. And I'm trying to do one berry bowl a week because, so I don't, if this is the first video you're watching, this will be new information for you. If you have watched my other videos, I apologize for repeating myself. My mother taught me how to cross stitch. She had not cross stitched really. Maybe she cross stitched in the early 90s. She was semi-prolific in the 80s when it was sort of the in hobby. But I kind of had to like show her how to stitch. And I didn't think her eyes could do more like smaller than a 14 count Aida. So we are doing 14 count Aida. So it's large. And I don't want to get too far ahead of her because she's definitely a slower stitcher. She's just out of practice. So anyway, I don't have hers to show. I'm hoping someday I can snag it from her and show you her progress. But so I had this one done already and I had this one done. And so I started the big one. It's so fun. I love it. So, and again, this is where I don't know, is it good enough? Do I pick out and replace? This isn't empty. There's stitches in here. And I feel like when you hold it back here, it looks like these guys are just floating on the top of the berry bowl. So I don't know. When you're in person, you can see that there's berries there, but it does kind of look a little strange. Does it? Be honest. Does it look strange? So I didn't finish it because I have run out of, or I haven't run out, I don't have enough of Gentle Arts picnic basket, which is what's supposed to go in all this empty spots. So I'm hoping, I'm going to my LNS tomorrow. I'm hoping that she has some in stock. And if she doesn't, I'm gonna have to look for it online. So that's stalled and I don't wanna, I figure in my search for picnic basket, it will give my mom a chance to catch up because I think she's only 2 berry bowls in at this point. So it'll give her time. So that's where I'm at. That's all I've worked on this week. And I say all like it's not enough, but I mean, obviously it was a fair bit of stitching. Yeah, so let's talk, I have no haul. So let's talk about plans. This weekend, starting today, I don't know the exact time, but this weekend is 24 hours to cross stitch, which I like to do. If you have never heard of that, it's something that Jen Lee, Quirks and Stitches, came up with her mom, and they do it a few times a year. This year they're doing it 4 times. It's like every 3 months. So this is the 3rd one of the year. I will link the information where you can find out more about this below. There's a Facebook group, which is I think where you're gonna get the best information. Jen Lee also did, she's Jen Lee, I believe she's Jen Lee on Flosstube, but she's Quirks and Stitches on Instagram. And the Facebook group, I believe, is called #24 HOCS, like 24 hours of cross stitch, on Facebook. But I'll link it because I always have trouble finding it. So I'll just make it easy for you. And so the idea is that you're going to stitch 24 hours. You can either do it all in one like shot, like 24 hours all right in a row. I am not that person. I need sleep. or you can spread out the 24 hours over the weekend. So my plan is to start 6 o'clock tonight through 6 o'clock on Sunday. That'll be my window to get my 24 hours in. I like to use the 24 hours across stitch weekend as an opportunity to touch all my whips. So my plan, I have, hold on, let me see. I think I have 11, but I'm gonna count. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have 10 whips right now. One of which I have literally not touched in years. It's really more of a UFO, but I'm not quite ready to say that yet. So I think I'll use this weekend as kind of a deciding factor. I'm not going to show them all. I'll show them when I see you next, because then I'll have progress to show on them. It's a Mirabilia. I've done all the stitching. I just have beading left. The stitching is horrific. It's bad. I ended up running out of a thread. The dye lot had changed. It's bad. I'll show you guys next video, but I don't know. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. I have not touched it the past 2 24 hours across stitch weekends because I've got a mental block about it. So it will happen this weekend. So my plan is to touch all 10 of my whips for 2 hours each. And then I'll have 4 hours to play with for whatever I want. Maybe a new start, maybe finishing up the ornament. I don't know. We'll see if I don't get the ornament finished in 2 hours. I am going to, my LNS is the World in Stitches in Littleton, Massachusetts. And she hosts a stitching group. Randy is the owner. She hosts a stitching group the second and last Saturdays of every month. If you want more information about that, you'll have to call the shop and get on her email list. I'll post that information below too. And today's Friday. Tomorrow is the last Saturday. So I'll be going up there tomorrow and doing stitching groups. So I will do some of my 24 hours across stitching there. Yeah, so I guess that's it. I've gone over plans, 24 hours across stitch, touching all my whips. Maybe I should call it the whip touching weekend. That's fun. Also, if you're not into 24 hours across stitch, Michelle Bendy, Bendy Stitches. I think she's Michelle Bendy Stitches on YouTube. I'm sure you're all watching her. She's amazing. She's one of my favorite Flosstubers. She is doing it's the world's longest hashtag. I'm not going to remember. I will link it below, but it's something along the lines of the International FFO weekend. Basically, the idea is get your finishes finished. Fully finish your objects this weekend. I'm not doing that because I don't have enough supplies in how I would have to go shopping to get things finished, and I'd rather touch all my whips. So, okay, I think that's it. We've covered everything. Again, thank you to all my commenters. I try to respond to every single comment. Sometimes I don't have time, but I will always, if I've read it, it gets hearted. So yeah, I hope I see you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.